Jack climbed the stairs of 28 West 133rd Street and inserted his key into the lock. He walked into his small room and removed his hat and coat. The voice sounded again. "Who are you?" Jack ignored it and moved to the vent to warm his frozen hands. Every day, he gathered information on Marcus Garvey and the activities of the UINA. The U.S. government had labeled Garvey an anarchist. He was to Negroes what Emma Goldwyn was to women. Dangerous Emma had called for access to birth control. How dare she suggest a woman be in control of her own reproductive system? And so, too, how dare Marcus Garvey suggest that Negroes develop and maintain their own economic system? How dare he put it into their minds that they could return to Africa, form their own government in Liberia, and unite the continent as one massive, indestructible force? Africa for Africans. Marcus Garvey's words rang in Jack's head. He moved across the room to the small looking-glass that hung on the closet door and gazed wondrously at the man in the mirror. His mind shouted out, "Who are you?" He was a black man encased in white skin who faithfully served a hypocritical government which had expressed through a variety of laws and lack thereof its blatant loathing and disregard for its Negro populace, and had the audacity to become outraged when those same Negroes sought to pack up and leave these United States, Africa for Africans. Why couldn't the government just let them go? Be rid of the lazy, nasty, stupid, murderous, thieving, raping, lying coons once and for all? Did white people need Negroes to make them feel good about themselves? To be their whipping boys? Their entertainment? Certainly they could have one of their own scrub their floors, wash their clothes, and raise their children. Why? It always came down to that one word. Why? And when Jack arrived at that point, as he did every time he had this particular inward conversation, he found that he had no answer. "Who are you?" Jack finally responded. "I am James Wormley Jones, the first ever Negro FBI agent, assigned by Hoover himself. I am Special FBI Agent 800, James Wormley Jones, assigned to infiltrate the UNIA organization and to report on all activities." The man in the mirror smirked. "But who are you, really?" James Wormley Jones opened his closet door and pulled from the shelf a shoebox containing his Special Agent FBI pistol. He closed the door, and his reflection was still waiting for an answer. He released the safety on the gun. "I am a rat-fink sellout." He cocked the hammer and pressed the nozzle to his temple. "An Uncle Tom house nigger." He squeezed his eyes shut and rested the pad of his index finger against the trigger, and found, just as he had numerous times before, that he couldn't do it, because above all, he was weak.